I retired in '05. I was a IT person, computer programmer, networker, and I've been out ever since then, and I'm still working in the field as a cybersecurity engineer for Department of Defense, and I'm a college professor as well. So uh, staying busy in the field. Actually, it was the earlier years when it was Vet Comp and Pen. Um, some coworkers that I worked with here in Tampa, they had used Vet Comp and Pen at the time and knew I was trying to get my benefit ratings up, and they recommended them to me. So I got involved with them, and they were able to help me get to 60% at that time. Then I think shortly after that's when they transitioned to Trajector, and again work with them during that period to try to increase my rating because my goal was to get to 100%, and they were able to help get. One of the biggest things that was a big problem for me was sleep apnea because I was not given that when I was in the military, even though I had it in the military. So we had to really fight for that. It took almost about a year, but that was a big push right there to help me get that. And I was very grateful to at least get that piece going. So that kind of got me a lot closer to 100%. The biggest things for me is because when I got out in '05, it really wasn't a name for it. And that's been the problem. For all of us who were in prior to 2004, 2003, we had it, but it was just you snored. That was pretty much how everybody sounded and everybody looked. So it was normal, but then as it started getting more medically named and sleep apnea was kind of tied to it as the name for it, by that time, a lot of us had already gotten out. And so now
Mhm.
it's on your records that you snore because no one went to a doctor because they snore because everybody snored to some degree the way we saw it. But as time went on, you started learning a little bit more about it. It wasn't, and now it's named. You want to kind of get, acknowledged for that. And it took a little work, and I actually give the company a lot of credit because they built a full package for me relating to my sleep apnea and some of the secondary things that kind of helped push that packet through of things that came away from the sleep apnea that I had no idea about. Well, first of all, going back to sleep apnea, because I had gotten declined twice from the VA after putting in for it myself and going through another organization. So when I got with you all at the time, you were able to you speak the language. I guess that's the best way to put it. Speaking the language, but at the same time, looking at some of the effects of sleep apnea and how it plays on the body, the lifestyle, and the person as a whole. So they were able to put a packet together as the whole person, as in how sleep affects me at work, being able to spend time with my family, all the secondary things that kind of fall off of it. And due to that, because it was more or less all true, but you cannot deny that it didn't take place because if I didn't have sleep apnea, I wouldn't be going through those things as well. Weight, all of that kind of played a role into it. And that was enough for the VA to look at it at the time and says, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. And they gave me credit for it. Felt great because again, it was a sense of accomplishment, but at the same time, a sense of acknowledgement for something that I knew that I had that I should have gotten taken care of earlier for the VA. But I understand because the system is evolving and learning itself, the VA, from when I got out in '05 to today, 2024, it's come a long way.
Mhm.
And due to that growth that it's been going through the VA system, a lot of people have kind of lost, I guess, excitement about trying to pursue their ratings because
Mhm.
once they get turned down once, a lot of them get disappointed. I understand because I was one of those people, but I was very persistent because I believe in getting what you're owed. And
Exactly.
and I had a group that was there to support me, so it was really a great day to kind of get that done. I think I looked at it from a different angle because, first of all, they were able to give me something that I knew I deserved. I was never getting compensated for in the first place. So the fee that went along with the service, because it is a service, and yes, they're entitled to get paid for it. So
Mhm.
more or less, and I can't remember what the dollar amount was. Let's say it was $2,000. I had
Mhm.
no problem if they needed to take out 4, 5, 6 months of the money that came from me gaining that percentage in my rating to pay for it because I never
Mhm.
had it. But then I got it the rest of my life. So it made all the sense in the
Right.
world. You don't know what you don't know is part of the big obstacle everyone's trying to fight because to now, as in 2024, a lot of us have been able to go back and share the information with people getting out now and things they need to do. The problem was back when we all got out, including myself in '05, no one was sharing anything relating to the process. Now we're a little more vetted and understand the process and have had success with it. We're more than willing to share that information, and I've helped so many other people, and I got more I'm helping every day. One of the things I always tell people, but when I first meet anyone that was in the military, the first thing I ask them is, what's your disability rating? And that's when I started getting hums and, well, and I help them understand that it's not about today for you. It's about 4 or 5 years down the road when you can't do the things you do now, and you should be supported for them then. And if you don't take the action now, it's going to be a lot harder then. So once you kind of break it down and give them a different perspective of how it really works and how it's affecting them today, and also their spouses, their kids as dependents, that's a lot of money that they're losing that they're entitled to. And again, I tell a lot of my friends kiddingly, I say, hey, look, I know you're balling. You're making a lot of money right now. Get it, just get sent to me if you don't want it. But I'm very grateful, humbly grateful, honestly, because when I got my letter that I was 100% from the previous claim that I put in, it was really a good feeling because I knew all the things that went into it and the struggle to get there, but I was determined to get there. And fortunately having a good organization to support you, because as you know, in any field, you have your specialty terms and things that you do that other people not in that field have no clue about. You guys were able to kind of, bring all that together for me and other veterans like me to help us kind of make it an even playing field, I guess, the best way to put it.